response. If you're wondering why I don't have the face cam, it's kind of because I'm in my bed when I'm creating this, so I'm not doing face cam, but I will do it for the next one if I need to. This will be part 1 of 2. Sorry, my
So
voice is
there's a
giggling.
small YouTube channel named Riff, and in my opinion, I think he is an insufferable douchebag.
I think he's
And by
nice.
the way, before I continue, I have a few things to say. Number one, I had to end the stream a little bit early because, I wanted to give myself some time and, relax while I'm making these videos. And
That's
also,
fine.
before I continue furthermore, I need to tell everyone here not to harass anyone mentioned in the video. I'm simply here to call
Yeah,
them
that's a
out
good
on
thing.
their
Make sure
very
not to
bad,
harass this
annoying
guy.
behavior. And if you do want to do something about it, report his channel for contributing to the distribution of sex.
Yeah, you said don't send hate, but then you just said report him. So that's a
Sexually
contradiction.
explicit content to minors. He's done a lot of questionable things,
Yeah,
and in my
everyone
opinion,
has.
he should be banned.
I
He has
don't think
made
he should.
sexually explicit thumbnails, and no, I do not say allegedly because number one, it's still on his channel, and I have a
And
backup of it, and number two, he's admitted to it. And what I can also say for sure is that he's definitely marketing this stuff towards children.
no, he isn't.
Earlier, in this previous video, I made a logical
Oh yeah,
reasoning
I
that
didn't
his
see that.
content
Maybe
might be
I'll
geared
comment more
towards
in that
children
video.
because, oh wait, no, never mind. He admitted that his content is mostly for kids when an OnlyFans model
This one's
promoted
gonna
her
be a
content on his
big
channel.
counter.
Videos on my YouTube channel that maybe a large portion of my YouTube audience is underage kids.
Oh yeah, did I?
But here's the thing. If I said that my content is for pedophiles, no, not. Let me rephrase that. If I said that a lot of pedophiles watch my content, would that mean that I made the content for pedophiles? No, it wouldn't. He didn't say he made his content for children. He said a lot of children watch his content, and there's nothing that can be done about that.
I forget to mention that he also admitted to showing a little bit of titty over here.
Listen, there ain't nothing wrong with a little titty in the thumbnail, right? Topper Guild, I do it, Zong does it.
The thing is, well, sure, he admitted to it, which is good on him. But, give me a second. I swallowed some Coke. I think it went down the wrong pipe real quick. Alright, so, the thing is, his content isn't made towards kids, so it doesn't really matter all that much.
Does it.
Great going, Mr. Rith. What a stand-up fellow. He pretty much admitted over the span of, 2 to 4 months that he was showing explicit content to kids. You're doing a great
It's
service
not
to the
his fault
community.
because
Everyone
once
really
again,
appreciates you.
he didn't make
And
it
that was the main
specifically
reason
for
why I
that.
covered him in my last video. However, there's a
I gotta
lot
do the
more
last
messed
video
up
too.
stuff that he's allegedly done, and thanks to a few of you commenters talking about how he's actually racist and sexist.
I doubt it.
Yeah, no, he might be all these other things as well. I think in my previous video, I didn't really do
I might
Riff
need to do it
justice
in my previous
because
video.
I
I think
brought up
that's
like
where those comments
shallow
were.
bits of evidence.
Damn, this
But then
video
I started
really is
watching
running
some of his
long.
videos, and just because you say all of your videos are gits and shiggles, that doesn't exclude you from criticism. And you have crossed a few really goofy lines,
You have
and
to
he's no
in this
exception
video
to any of
alone.
these lines. So today we're going to be going deeper into his lore and seeing what this furry has to say about himself.
This furry? I'ma stop you right there. I am going to pause the video as you've seen. This furry. And I thought I was a literal person. But it's just like a VTuber thing. He's not actually a furry. It's Bob from Animal Crossing. The dude literally said it. He's not a furry. Maybe you said that as a mistake. And we, as human beings, we have to say, if I remember the saying right, ignorance before knowing. So I'm guessing you didn't actually know that. So I'm gonna be the better person
And
here.
before I get
But
into
he is
the
not
video,
a
please
furry.
don't go
You can ask
harassing
him.
Rith or any of his associates.
But didn't you just say to report him? Isn't that technically harassing? Yeah.
You're not, there's no reason to. You're not better than him by harassing him. You're only emulating his behavior. And these are just my opinions, and I implore every single one of you to do your own research before you come to your own conclusions. Please don't take my opinions as a fact, because they aren't. They're simply
Good. My opinions aren't facts either. It's great for someone to say this, but I gotta get you with that furry thing. That's just not true. I wish you didn't say that.
and opinions and nothing more. Now, with that being said, let's begin.
I just don't want some of this stuff to be said. Well,
Yeah,
I'm fine with criticism towards him, but some of the stuff you say is just
we're
wrong.
gonna start off with the minor things.
I don't want people to be lying
even though I talked about the
about him,
horrible
'cause he is a
thumbnails and
fellow
stuff like
YouTuber.
that, I'm still gonna go back to talking about them. I look back at his older videos to see how far back he's been doing this, and it's pretty bad. This stupid bastard actually put real Roblox corn in it.
Whoa, calm down. I may have missed it before, but can we please keep the insulting to a minimum here? I would prefer for that. Because it isn't really an allegation video if you're just calling him insults all the time. A few here and there is good, though.
Content starting 3 years ago. I have his entire channel backed up, by the way, because when he inevitably responds, I know he's
I
gonna
don't think
say,
he's going
"Where is the
to.
Roblox
You're gonna
corn?
have to
Where
like
is it
comment
all?"
on his
And I'll
video
have
like
it all
I did.
backed up
Like I
uncensored
did
too,
yours.
and no, I'm not gonna show it to anyone. And before I continue and I show the heavily censored versions of these thumbnails, I would like to explain that I have to at least show some of this evidence.
So maybe he's showing some of his evidence as proof? I don't think you thought of that pretty hard at all. Ayo, no diddy. That sounded a bit weird. But just keep in mind, he's probably showing some of the video. That way you know. Maybe the thumbnails are weird because of the simple fact that they show what the video's about.
That this is happening, or else there's going to be the obvious question of, oh, does it really exist now, and all that.
Yeah, you see, you're making the point of, I'm showing this stuff because to prove it, but he does the same thing. So you kind of lost the point
if
there.
If I do show it, of course, it would be hypocritical of me to do what I condemn. And I feel like the middle ground between that is that I can show it, but I won't show the entire thumbnail. I'll only show parts of it. And I'm only showing like the uncensored versions of it, and there are censored versions of it to make sure that it's not like entirely. You don't have like big titties like just on the screen. And in my humble opinion, I think that's a fine line to be treading on in order to properly back up my argument. Because I don't want people to, like go actively looking for it. I want people to know that it exists, but I don't want them to be exposed to it at the same time, if that makes sense.
Skip a minute.
But anyways, he can't really back out of it now. He marketed this content towards kids.
No, he didn't. That's the thing. I already made the point that it isn't, but I will repeat it in a comment if he says I didn't.
Said so himself. That
no, he
his
didn't.
Audience is primarily kids. And you call out Kobe Blocks for doing the exact same thing, but when it's...
The thing is, he's not marketing towards kids, and actually, you and him have a lot in common, believe it or not. You and him really seem to go after people. You just attacked / I don't really know what to call this. You made some allegations, I guess, to him. If anything, you two should be working together. Sure, his thumbnails are a bit ayo, but once again, he's not directly marketing towards kids. Hell, in some of his newer videos, if you check them out, which I would advise you to just to see the warning, because I remember seeing a video or two with that. Yeah, he made up viewer discretion advised. Hell, if the dude makes a comment on my video, then I'll try to see if I could send the image to him.
That's okay, because you can flex
because he started doing that now.
Instagram page. That's pathetic, man. First of all, buying a car is when I took Virtual Enterprise,
I think he's just showing off his car, dude.
A car is one of the worst financial investments you can ever make.
And?
Because apparently, like, according to some statistics, the value of your car goes down by like 20% or something like that the second you drive it out of your car lot or whatever they sell it at. But anyways, going back to the argument, sorry about that, you're committing a crime by exposing minors to indecent material.
Whoa, he did not say that it was specifically for them. And also, and I want to go back to this. Wait, how long is this running on? Yeah, it's going to have to end soon. I'm going to have to make another part. And, if that said that was committing a crime, then the hub couldn't exist, Rule 34 couldn't exist. All of that stuff is available to kids. And all of that. So a lot of channels couldn't exist, and yet they do. So I don't think that's a crime. And like I said before, in his newer videos, he started doing a viewer discretion because of the stuff.
You yourself admitted it just very recently.
No, he didn't.
If the Roblox corn 3 years back doesn't get to you, then the recent quote-unquote little bit of titty will certainly get you, man.
Yeah, it's not that much, dude.
On top of that, let's go to the Afmao, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Afmao, or something, that Minecraft YouTuber that does Roblox gameplay and whatever, not Roblox, Minecraft roleplay.
I don't like her personally.
This is some horrendous and disturbing material right here. You have her chained up in the thumb.
Well, yeah, because that's what happens in the video. It's important to show it.
Yandere. And I can also argue that your other thumbnails are kind of sexually oriented as well.
And they're not meant for kids.
Milking Afmao so much, I'm not sure if Rith knows that milk expires. And so does Drama.
Yeah, milk expires and so does Drama, but he can make as many videos on her if he wants. If from now to the end of Earth, if he made all videos about Afmao, it's still legal. You can still make videos about that. It doesn't matter.
From what I have seen, the only crime she committed was being cringe, and I have seen a few sources saying she's like racist or something like that, or
I doubt it. I doubt she's racist.
Heterosexual men become homosexual men in like
what?
fanfic that she writes or whatever, but I don't really know too much about that.
What?
And of course, being cringe
knows more about that shit than me, bro.
It deserves one lashing of insults and that's it, but this guy's giving like 10, 20
and
of them.
He's perfectly legal and fine to do.
Not 1, not 2, not 5, not 6, not 9, not 69, but 8 videos on Afmao. And that's like
why did he go not 69, but then go lower? I don't know.
Maybe for clarification, the third is probably a response. But then after the fourth, that's just kind of repetitive and boring content.
And he has the right to make that content. Everyone does. It's the point of criticism.
Yeah, he probably did make 69 videos.
I'm just countering your criticism.
But the point is, for some reason, he has this weird fixation on this girl. But
I don't think he does. He's probably just finding easy content to make. Or maybe he just dislikes her that much. I can understand. I don't really like her content that much either. Maybe he just really hates her. Alright, I'm gonna have to end soon.
Draw the line is where you depict her as this crazy person in the thumbnail, just she's cringe. And that's really narcissistic for you to depict her as this crazy girl that's in love with you, when clearly she's not.
I think it was just a joke, dude. You might want to calm down a bit.
Milking this, severely milking. You are
severely milking. He's made a lot of content, but I don't think he's on that bridge yet. If he made a video or two, I would agree with you with the severely milking thing, but I don't think so. I don't think 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 is enough.
I don't know why you have
it isn't really even a drama anymore at this point because you didn't respond.
Like, just stop.
Probably because he gets views from it. That's the point of YouTubers. You get views from stuff. People like the content. If he gets a lot of views and likes on those videos, then he has the right to make more.
Had to do all that. And Rith probably doesn't think that Afmao's crazy in love with her. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
But for him to be creating such thumbnails kind of tells me that he thinks he's the main character, which
I don't think he does. It's probably just an in-joke. And from some of the comments that I've seen on this video, that some of the comments say that his editor was the one who makes the videos or something. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I have no proof. Sorry to end it on a cliffhanger, but I'm going to end it right here and wait for willytato to react to this. So, I got no bad feelings with the dude. I'm going to be dead ass here. I just dislike the way that he did the video. But, hey, if he wants to make another video about this, I'm fine with it. Anyway, Gamma65's, make sure to like, subscribe, and bye. Dang it.